Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Embodied Divinity. Thank you for being here with me today. It's truly such a joy to have these conversations. Let's start with a big deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And just settle in, knowing you'll receive exactly what you're meant to. This week, we're diving into something that sounds simple, and yet for many of us feels almost radical. And that's the premise that you are allowed to be happy now. This isn't about bypassing pain. It's not about pretending the world isn't burning. This is about remembering joy as your birthright, about letting life soften you again and again, about not waiting until it all makes sense to feel good. Because here's the truth. You don't have to earn your happiness. You don't have to wait for the healing to be done. You don't have to apologize for wanting pleasure or play or peace. I've talked about this on a few episodes, and it's such an important concept because for so many of us that have been on this healing journey, the self-help journey, the going inward journey, it can be so hard sometimes to feel joy, especially healers and parents and leaders and artists and creative. Sometimes we delay our joy until everything is perfect. And I've learned that that is all conditioning. It's survival, it's trauma. It's a culture that taught us that happiness must be deserved. I talk a lot about this in the Inner Child Oracle cards in the Inner Child Guidebook because looking at the root of where we learned this behavior is how we unfurl it. Maybe you grew up learning that rest was laziness. Maybe joy was something other people got to have, but not you. Maybe you feel like you're abandoning the collective if you let yourself thrive. There are so many ways this can show up. For me, when I started learning joy, it showed up as awkwardness. Because so much of my life revolved around how to alchemize the pain that I was in, or overcoming and transmuting the trauma, that when I started to learn about joy and pleasure, I was like, what is this? This feels dangerous. This doesn't feel good. I had to reteach my nervous system that joy was safe. Your joy creates liberation for others. Your light doesn't erase their pain, but it reminds them that something else is possible. And I got to learn this by allowing myself to experience joy while holding space for others in their grief. And today, as you're listening to this, and as I record this, I'm preparing to travel to Hawaii. When you listen to this, I'll be in Hawaii with my kiddos. And what I keep reflecting on is how travel, literal or energetic travel, opens portals. New spaces wake up, new parts of us. The ocean shifts something, the landscape reflects our inner freedom back to us. It's like discovering a new level in a video game, not because the world changed, but because you allowed yourself to explore it. And you can do this energetically just as you can literally, by exploring new terrain within you. Letting joy and pleasure be one of those if they're foreign to you. This week I plan to let Hawaii romance me. I'm letting pleasure lead, and I'm inviting you to do the same wherever you might be. Take yourself a walk in a new neighborhood. Try a new food or rearrange your room, or maybe put on some music that makes your hips move. Let novelty become medicine. And I want to remind you, for that part of you that might believe you have to suffer or might not know who you are in your identity, past pain or suffering, I want you to hear this. The version of you that believes they must suffer to be valuable, the one who stays in the trenches to prove their love, the one who doesn't know how to receive that joy or love or pleasure. You are not here to die slowly while holding everyone else up. You are here to live so fully that your joy becomes a map for those who forgot their way. We heal when we stop performing sacrifice. We expand when we remember it is safe to be soft and it is safe to be free. It's one of the reasons I can look back and say that my journey through cancer 13 years ago exalted me. It exalted me because it allowed me to look in the mirror and realize that this human experience was finite. And it allowed me to shift and make a hard and fast decision to end my own suffering and begin living in joy and living so fully and deeply. And that's where sacred presence comes in. That's where connection and vulnerability come in. We're meant to experience every ebb and flow of this human experience fully, not just the painful ones and not just the good ones, but all of them, and sometimes even all of them combined. Joy doesn't always look like big laughs or tropical vacations. Sometimes it's soft and subtle and still. Sometimes joy is breathing fully for the first time in weeks. It's letting your body move without agenda. It's laughing unexpectedly in the middle of a hard day. It's feeling seen. It's saying no with clarity. It's being present. Let's make an intention this week to let ourselves notice micro joys and then build from there. Because joy, just like wealth, just like love, expands when you trust it. Let's take a deep breath here. And if it's safe, close your eyes. Place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. Another deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And if you feel called, repeat after me. I am safe to feel good. I release the story that joy must be earned. I welcome happiness into my body, my breath, my being. Now picture yourself in a place that feels free. The ocean, the mountain, the market, the dance floor. Let the vision rise. Let your shoulders drop. Let the joy come to you. What color is it? Where does it land in your body? What would it feel like to stay in this frequency for a whole day? Breathe that in. Anchor it. You can return anytime. I want you to know that joy is not frivolous. Joy is frequency. Joy is alchemy. And you deserve to feel it deep within your bones and soul. As always, I'm going to give you everything you need this week to really deepen into this joy, starting with today. And then on Wednesday, a guided meditation that was oh so yummy to record. It's called Flow Like Water. And then on my Substack, or if you're subscribed to my email list, you'll get 2 articles this week really helping you to deepen into joy, providing some somatic practices and journaling questions. And there's also bonus ways to deepen into this. My book, Breathe Deep and Plan on Miracles, is filled with soul transmissions that reawaken joy. The Inner Child Oracle cards or the Inner Child Guidebook are tools to reconnect with wonder and relearn new ways of being. And then my Embodied Divinity one-on-one mentorship is open for those who are ready to live and not just survive. And you can find the link for all of those wherever you're listening to this. For now, I'll be soaking in the ocean frequencies, sending blessings to each and every one of you. You are allowed to be happy now. You are allowed to thrive. You are allowed to love this life. Namaste, sweet ones. Talk soon.